so when I saw the publication of the DFI program, it really caught my attention because I work majorly in project development. So, drafting EPC contract and all that. But I saw how extensive the outline was for the program, and it caught my attention because I've always wanted to, have increased my understanding and knowledge of project finance in addition to project development, where I currently specialize. So I had a lot of expectations, to improve my understanding of project finance in a way that would help me, advise my clients better. As a lawyer, being able to review facility documents, other security documents, in a way that, will show the kind of knowledge that is very helpful to the client. And this expectation was definitely met. The facilitators, the case study and everything that we had to go through was way more extensive than I anticipated, and they've been very useful even from when the program ended up to this very moment. Okay, so as I mentioned before, what I do more is project development aspect. I've not been doing a lot of advising on project finance. So one of the first things I intend to do from my experience from the DFI program is to start, advising on project finance transactions. So I have more insight into what to look out for in facility documents, in security documents, and the whole works. And I also have, so aside from that, I also now have a deeper understanding on how a project is supposed to be bankable. So beyond just focusing on the legal aspect or the regulatory implications on project development, I now know how to advise a client, on the things to do, how to identify relevant risk associated to the project, and how to mitigate those risks, especially from an economic and financial perspective, to make the project more bankable, so that clients that come my way will have projects that are bankable, in a state where when they take it to financiers, they're able to get financiers on board, they're able to get lenders on board because the project is rock solid and is bankable. So this is one thing I know that I'm going to start focusing more on, getting the client to understand some of the risks that probably they are not contemplated during the initial stages before it gets to project documentation. Of course, and aside from that, even in drafting of the relevant clauses in documentation, I tend to make sure that the clauses, the parties, the risk allocation that is being allotted to each party is good enough, so that whoever is taking such risk can bear it, right? Whether it's the EPC contractor, the O&M operator, the sponsor, or if there's a concessionaire or a PPP third party involved in the transaction. So I know that I'm able to adequately ensure that whoever is taking one form of risk is able to actually bear the risk, such that when they eventually materialize, the project is still bankable, the project is still solid, and the project can still be executed effectively. 100%. I think I've said it before. The DFI program is very extensive for people that work in project development or project finance related transactions. And well, I'm going to be speaking more because I'm an advisor, right? I'm a legal practitioner, so I'll be speaking more to advisors. So, but I know that the program is extremely helpful for even people that are not necessarily in the advisory sector. Sponsors, especially if you have anybody that has interest in maybe developing any form of project in Nigeria or in Africa, because we had a lot of case studies in various places across Africa. So if you have any project finance work, I would definitely recommend sponsors, right, to subscribe to the DFI program. I definitely recommend that legal advisors, financial advisors, anybody that has one form of stake or the other in the project development industry should definitely subscribe to the program, because where you will learn from start to finish all it takes to build a successful project, right? So this is definitely the why. All the intricacies, all the important things that are necessary from early development, from when you conceive your idea to, all the risk that you need to understand, all the necessary mitigations that need to be put in place, how to build your financial model, your feasibility study, your bankability report, all the way to getting the right contractors, getting the right operators, getting the right third parties that are going to be working on the project, all to getting the lenders on board, everything that needs to be done, all the due diligence, that needs to be undertaken both on the part of the sponsors, on the part of the contractors, on the part of the lender, all the way to financial close. So it's literally a full course meal from start to finish. So anybody that has a stake, you want to do a project, or you want to advise a sponsor, or you want to even be advising the lenders, this program is the absolute starter pack for you. So definitely I'm recommending program to anybody that is interested. Yes.